Hey guys, it's Doc from the Gold Hog, and today I'm going to tell you about mystery cons if you don't know about them, or if you do know about them, I'm going to show you the new way that we're doing our mystery concentrates. So I'm going to break this video down into two segments. The first segment is I'm going to tell you what the mystery cons are. The next segment, I'm actually going to take a bag from the warehouse and work it down so you can see what you can expect. First, what are mystery cons? Alright, gold concentrate business is a strange business. If you really want to have satisfied customers, you need to take raw dirt, measure out gold, sprinkle gold into it, then bag it up and send it out so that every customer is getting a certain amount of gold. So if someone's spending $50, they get X amount of gold. If someone spends $1,000, they get X amount of gold. That's kind of the way that the majority of people do. They control the content of gold that's inside their concentrates. But to me, buying concentrates that way gets boring. If you know you're going to get X gold every time you order, X gold every time you order, it's just sort of boring. So what I wanted to do, and we started doing this almost 2.5 years ago, is we came out with mystery cons. Mystery cons, you don't know what's in the bag, and we don't know what's in the bag. It's truly a mystery. It's a gamble. It's a roll of the dice. So if you don't like gambles, don't buy our concentrates. Let me make that clear. As an example, we shut down our equipment, we clean the mats, we put it into a bucket, and we do a test grade. If it's a B- or better, we sell it. If it's a C+ or below, we don't. We just take a small sample of that. Now, they go back to the warehouse, they get put in big trays, they dried. But here's the thing, if I take a scoop over here, it may be better gold than a scoop over here. So how do you control that without manipulating the gold? You can't do it. So if you really want to have some excitement, and if you really want to have some mystery involved with it, you have to do it totally unsearched, totally unworked concentrates, and that's how we do it. So some people will get bags and they're not going to be happy with the bag, the amount of gold in it. Some people are going to be happy, they're going to get a good bag. Some are going to get a really good bag. That's the whole premise of mystery concentrates, is every bag will be different. We don't know how much gold is in it, and you don't know how much gold is in it. So that's sort of the theory of mystery cons. The next thing I want to talk about real quick is the size of gold. Look, if you're a prospector or if you want to get into prospecting, you have to be able to deal with fine gold, and a large percentage of our gold is fine gold. I'm going to stay away from talking about mesh sizes too much, but a lot of gold is the size of sugar, even smaller than that, which is about 50 mesh. So if you're thinking about, a lot of people buy concentrates and they're looking for nuggets, and it just doesn't happen that way in the field. If you're a regular prospector, if you're going to go out, if you're panning, running a sluice, a high bank or a dredge, whatever you're doing, the majority of the pieces of gold you're going to see are very, very, very small. That's what you're going to see in our concentrates. Will you find an occasional little picker or a little nugget? Probably so. But the majority of gold is fine, and you have to learn how to work that fine gold out of concentrates. That's what these concentrates are great for. The next thing I want to talk about real quick is understanding what real concentrates look like. You can tell our concentrates are real, and because they're untouched, because they have a ton of black sand. You're going to see hematite. You're going to see black sand. If you put it under a microscope, you're going to see purple. You're going to see garnet and amethyst sand. You're going to see gemstone sand in there. That's how you know that you've got real concentrates. When you've got a lot of black sand, you've got hematite, you've got gemstones, you've got a lot of fine gold mixed in with a little bit more coarser gold, maybe even a couple pieces of wire gold. That's what real concentrates look like, and that's what we want to do. We want to put out real, unworked, untouched concentrates. That's how you can tell that our concentrates are real or not. The last thing is let's talk about gems. Every once in a while we find some gems, and so what we're trying to do is try and make sure that each bag has at least one little rough gemstone in it. Nothing fabulous, but just good examples of gemstones that are sort of indigenous to our area. Mainly you're going to see something like an amethyst, you might see an emerald, you might see a ruby, but if you don't know what they look like rough, you got to watch every single stone. So watch out for gems, because the majority of these bags you'll have at least one gem inside of it that you can see, which is pretty cool. Alright, so let me grab a bag and I'll cut it open and I'll work it down for you a little bit. Alright, so I'm dealing with the sun here, trying to get into the shade a little bit, but this is what our concentrates looks like. They weigh roughly just over 2 pounds, and it's just under a quart. It's about 3 cups of material. But that's what our bag of our concentrates looks like. So I'm going to cut it open, put it into a pan. I'm just going to work it real quick. I'm going to warn you, if you are new to prospecting, or if you're not a real good panner, the way that you want to work this is you want to work this just a few tablespoons at a time. Don't dump this whole bag into a pan and work it down, because you're going to lose a lot of fine gold. Take a few tablespoons, work it down, and I've got a couple real good videos on panning for fine gold. Work it down a few tablespoons at a time, and you'll see that little fine gold start to show up. But I'm going to pan this one down pretty quick. Alright, so I'm going to take a bag of concentrates, and I just went to the warehouse and grabbed a bag of it, and cut it open, dump it into the pan, and right away I can see I got a nice little piece of banded amethyst. So that's pretty cool. That's nice. So I'm just going to pan it down. And in this one I actually got a little emerald in there too, so that's nice. But one thing you'll notice is you're going to notice that there's a ton of black sand. There's a bunch of hematite, which are the gray rocks. There's a bunch of black sand, and if you look at it closely, you'll see purple, which is garnet and amethyst sand, gemstone sand in here too. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to tap it over. Alright, but this is a real good, I think this is a real good example. But you can see that inside here, you can see all the gold in here, and it's hard to see it, but you can see all the fine gold in there too. So that's probably, and you can see there's gold all the way down here. There's gold all the way down here. There's gold all up in here. There's still gold back up in here. So that's a good example, good representation of what you'll find in our concentrates. You'll see some wire pieces, maybe some little pickers, once in a while nugget. Once in a while you might find a larger piece of gold. But there's lead shot, there's hematite, there's going to be garnets in here, there's all kinds of stuff. But usually you'll find some kind of gemstone. That's an emerald. That's a banded amethyst. Pretty cool. So you'll end up seeing something like that. And heck, so again, I wanted to do this real quickly. I wanted to show the concentrates, what you should probably expect in your bag of concentrates, and again warn you, if you're looking for any type of guaranteed gold amount, don't buy our concentrates. They're mystery cons. It's a gamble, it's fun, it's a good supplement, especially during the winter time. If you're a little bit bored, need something to do on a weekend. But mainly, if you want to work with fine gold, if you want to test equipment, or if you want to work your panning skills, work for fine gold. This is a great way to practice, especially practice your panning. But anyways, that's our mystery cons. Thanks for coming along, and hope you enjoy them. By the way, the mystery cons are only going to be available until they're out. We will run out this year, I'm going to warn you, so order them while you can. It's Doc at the Gold Hog, goldhog.com.